Alright, so driving home and I just had a thought that I want to go ahead and share. It's more of a concept, and that's what I want to kind of talk about really quick, which is the concept is growing as you're going. And, as I was thinking about this, I think that this could be beneficial to someone out there. When you feel stuck in life, when you feel like you feel like you got to pause your life in order for you to grow, and we don't realize that the growth can actually happen as you're moving. Growth is learning, expanding, having access to new information. But we could do these things as we are going, as we're moving, and that's been my whole journey in life. Things that I actually understand the theoretical way easier when I get my hands involved in something, when I become a little more tactical with things. And then when I go back into trying to, understand the information, I get it way faster, right? So to be able to be growing as you're going means that you're getting that experiential knowledge, right? Which is way more valuable than just having theoretical knowledge. Some of us just get caught up with the whole theoretical knowledge, and we're surrounded by a bunch of people that have a lot of information but very little practice, right? They're very informed, but they're not great practitioners. And if you're trying to get somewhere in life, right? If you're trying to become successful in anything, as a husband, as a wife, as parents, in business, and anything, we've got to become practitioners. We got to be people that are actually doing, and then not waiting for us to just, okay, well, I got to go ahead and learn this information or whatever it is. Even with careers, I remember that, I'm an air conditioning technician, right? Well, I own an air conditioning company as well, but when I got into air conditioning, when I went to school, I literally got into the practice at the same time as I was trying to get the information, right? So it was happening in real time, and I was getting, I was learning way more as I was doing stuff than the stuff that I was learning in the school. When I actually went back to study the stuff in the school, it made way more sense, right? But I was getting my five senses involved, right? And growing as you're going is a concept that I've been really, really just thinking about, and because there's people that just don't make decisions. They're just waiting. They're waiting to be ready. And okay, well, I'm not ready yet. That's the reason why I'm not gonna do it. And sometimes we just gotta start taking action, man. That's it. We just gotta start doing the stuff that we gotta be doing, the stuff that we know that is right to do, and not wait for that perfect moment. People that are just waiting for that perfect opportunity, that perfect moment, and nothing ever happens. We never jump. We never do what we're supposed to be doing. Things that are going to better us. Things that are going to improve others around us as well. And so the growing can happen as you're going. If you start taking the first step, you're going to start noticing that. Then from there, you're going to start becoming a little more bolder, a little more confident, right? So that's the kind of like the thought that I had, which is basically to encourage somebody out there to go ahead and start doing what you're supposed to be doing. Just get going, and the growing will happen as you're going, right? So let's not wait. We got to be intentional with our actions, right? You don't want things to just be coming at you. You want to go out there and just make it happen, right? So and I'm a witness of that, because I've been, anything that I've gotten in my life, from the woman that I have, that I'm married to my kids, to the business, to my faith. These are things that I've made happen. I had to go and push it. I had to go ahead and make it happen. But if you know that these are things that are right for you, you want to go and make it happen. In business, that's one of the things that I apply a lot. Even when I hire people in my company, I'm like, you know what? The principle that we follow here is we're going to grow you as you go. We're going to throw you in. We're going to teach you as you're in it, and you're going to understand way quicker. And they actually appreciate that more than just having to sit in a classroom, get all this information, not even know what to do with it, because now they don't even know how to, line it up or match it up to the real world. I value more the real world experience, right? And I think that could be something that could be very helpful to somebody out there, that you're just waiting to go ahead and for that right moment, and sometimes you just got to go ahead and get out there and start taking the actions, right? with anything that we do, I'll give you an example. After the pandemic, we got hit pretty hard within my company, and then I was like, man, well, how are we gonna do this? How are we gonna get back into that place where we were strong and stuff like that? Because the pandemic was something that affected everybody. So I found an opportunity to be able to buy another company, right? Well, I needed to be intentional about this. I started searching, and then there came a moment that now I got to make a decision. It was a big spend, and I'm like, you know what? I'm going to buy this company, and it became the best decision I made because I was able to hire people back. I was able to go ahead and put the company in a stronger position, and also even bring over the staff from the other company, right? So that was a great thing for me to do, but I had to make it happen. Was it scary? Of course it was. Did I know how to do this? I learned a little bit by just reading online and different things and talking to people, but at the end of the day, it doesn't matter how much information you get. The decision making is a very lonely place, right? The decision making is a very lonely place, and it's a place that you got to just make that decision. So it doesn't matter. There's a scripture in the Bible that says that there's great wisdom in the council in the assembly of council, right? But at the end of the day, the decision making is a lonely place. You're the one that has to make the decision, and the word decide is to cut something off. Is to basically remove any other option and just, this is it, I'm deciding on this, right? So when we decide and when we make decisions, is to say, yes, I have decided, and I'm someone that is a decisive person, right? I'm going to make a decision for this, and I'm going to move forward, and just make it happen, right? So, hey, that's my 2 cents today. The concept is grow as you go, and it says it in itself, right? You're going to learn as you're moving. You're going to learn as you're growing. As you're going to grow as you're going. Get to doing actions. You feel better with yourself when you start moving forward, right? You feel good with yourself when you're just doing things, and then at the end of the day, you're like, man, I feel accomplished. I feel like I did something, because you're materializing things. You're able to see things happen. And if you have big dreams and big visions, sometimes we don't feel like we're contributing enough to those visions and those dreams. And it just takes a little bit in that day to just put something towards it. Yes, we have the chores and the things that we got to deal with throughout the day. But if we could just do one thing towards that vision. Hey, you know what? Today I feel good because I put just one thing. Because at the end of the day, we're going to start applying the law of compound interest, right? The more you do something, the more you're going to stack on top of it. The more you stack on top of it, and it's just... You look back and you're like, wow, look at this. Now I got a whole, stack of things that I've been doing. And then because of little steps, little actions, little steps that I've been doing. And it starts with one step, right? I remember one day I had this epiphany when I was younger to take things step by step. Sometimes we're trying to just go after this for everything at once, and it overwhelms us. We're not even able to go and then now we're frozen, right? Now we don't even want to take any actions because we don't know where to start. But if you just start taking one small step, just simplifying it, just making things, just breaking it down into simple steps, and then you're going to find yourself making those things happen, right? Then you look back 3 months later, you're like, wow, look at where I'm at today. I'm in a better place than 3 months before, right? I look back, I'm 43 years old right now. And if I look back to when I was 20, I had a long process when I was 20, between 20 and 30. I'm like, man, I've come a long way, right? And we don't want to despise the days of small beginnings, right? That's a scripture in the Bible, right? So you want to go ahead and never despise those small days. But knowing that you're moving forward, even though you might not be where you want to be, yet at least be grateful that you're not where you used to be at, right? And just be thankful and grateful and moving forward and understanding that you could grow as you go. Don't pause your life to go ahead and basically just be like, oh, well, I got to go ahead and get all this information. I don't feel ready. I got to get ready for whatever it is you're trying to do. Just start moving, and you're going to start noticing that your instinct kick in. You're going to feel alive. You start getting, the other day I was feeling a little like down or whatever. And then there was an invitation to go speak to a bunch of strangers. I had to go speak in front of a group or whatever it is. It was like a networking thing. And I signed up. I didn't know who in the hell was going to be there. I was like, I don't know. I'm just going to go. Guess what? My heart was beating fast. I was ready. I was pumped. I was excited. I walk into a room of strangers. I don't know no one in there. And now I'm talking to them. I'm introducing myself. I was having to speak in public and doing all these things, which I've done that many times before. But every single time, I get excited about it.